Aloha, and thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog. I'm Pete Howard, and this is today we've got three 1964 Bob Dylan concert posters. Many say 64 was the absolute peak of his acoustic phase because, of course, in 65 he would go electric, and at this point he had 4 albums to draw material from. And, as a matter of fact, we start here with the summer of 1964 in Honolulu, Hawaii, at the Waikiki Shell. And it's on August 1st to be specific. And this is Dylan right after the '64 Newport Folk Festival. Now, every Dylan fan has their opinion. I've got mine. It's not better than anybody else's. But I personally believe that Dylan's 4-song set, Sunday night to close the '64 Newport Folk Festival, is my favorite performance in Bob Dylan's entire history. I think he was just soaring in just incredible form as he did new songs like Chimes of Freedom and Mr. Tambourine Man, a couple of legendary ones. It's just fantastic. So it's great to know that this just came right after that by a week or less than a week or so we know exactly what Bob sounded like. And it says he wasn't really on a tour for this poster. He actually he did Newport, and then he did this, less than a week later, and then he just sort of hung out in Woodstock for the next couple of weeks and stuff. It is the exact month that the Another Side of Bob Dylan album did come out, which had, of course, Chimes of Freedom on that. Now, this is interesting because, as you can see, I'll sort of do a top-to-bottom scan. The promoter is Christian Hedman there in Hawaii, America's leading poet and folk singer. It's got great quotes there. I won't read the whole poster to you. You can just see it. You'll either pause your video or maybe I should shut up. But there's 3 song titles and then 3 quotes from the press, including the New York Times and one from Peter, Paul, and Mary. And then, it almost looks like a tour blank, though, but we've never seen this poster from any other gig. And again, he wasn't really touring, but down below in the white area, you do have all the specific Hawaiian information there. I should do it this way, of course. Very interesting how, ticket locations and all that stuff. It's just, Bob Dylan in Hawaii, it's almost surreal, doesn't it seem like, well, he should be more in a Greenwich Village Folk Club or something, or Forest Hills in New York or something, and here he is in easygoing, casual Hawaii. But one of the things that, I don't want to jump around too much here, Christian Hedman, the promoter, does tell us to this day that Dylan did not like this concert poster. He said Bob came over and saw it in the office or on a wall and said, "Oh man, just take that down, would you?" Now, Dylan didn't relate to Christian why, or Christian doesn't relate why Dylan didn't like it, but we can surmise a couple of things. It does say folk singer all over the place. I don't think Dylan so much had a problem with that. I thought I might have heard from someone that he didn't like the fact that Peter, Paul, and Mary was calling him something, even though it was very good. That was just Dylan was really starting to pull away from that. I doubt if Dylan noticed this, but one thing that I would not like about it, if I were the artist, is 2 and maybe 3 of the song titles are sort of wrong. It says, "Don't Think Twice, That's All Right." Ouch. If the song is "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right." And also on the Freewheelin' is a song called "A Hard Rain's A-Gonna Fall," and here it's abbreviated to just 4 words. And "Blown in the Wind" might have a G on it. I don't know, but I'm not going to split the hairs that thin. But, the sloppy poster making, and maybe Dylan spotted that, and that's, we can always surmise that's maybe why he didn't like it. So, okay, so we'll jump ahead in '64. Dylan's still all acoustic about 3 months. Make that 4 months to December 1st. And here's another one-off concert poster, non-tour blank, just made. In fact, it looks like it was frankly designed and made in the print shop of the college here. The Associated Students of the College of San Mateo proudly present Bob Dylan, and that's pretty cool that the song title's on there, "The Times, comma, They Are A-Changin'." Now, once again, the fastidious editor in me says, that's wrong, there was no comma after Times. Can't you just be a little more careful about that? But, it alternates between green and blue. It's a very simple, very plain Jane concert poster, but us collectors, even though aesthetically it may not knock us out, this is a pure piece of 14 by 22 inch advertising materials that most of them were thrown away after the show. So, by gosh, it is what it is, and Dylan's folk music was still fairly simple, even though it was blazing trails in 1964, and therefore so were a lot of the advertising materials. Interestingly, this San Mateo, which is the Bay Area, for those of you outside California, it's one of 8 California dates to conclude his fall 1964 let's say, gigging. I don't quite want to say tour. There aren't solid records of Dylan's tour dates in his early days, so we don't know what he may have done and we may have missed. But this is, one of 8 California dates, so that's interesting. And it's, it is what it is. It's a casual piece from December 1st of '64. A less casual piece, more professional piece, was done by the University of, or San Diego State College, rather, San Diego, down in Southern California, for this nice looking piece. Once again, that's Associated Students. I'll do a little quick top to bottom scan. There's the Times They Are Change in album cover photo. And there you have Peterson Gym on campus, ticket information and so forth. Just a real student concert poster. And it's just amazing to think that, one of the most important figures of contemporary music of the 20th century here was represented by such casual pieces. But it's a nice Fall '64 Dylan concert piece. I really like it. The green and white part is really nice. And what's interesting, for some reason, of the 3 posters, even though we progressed chronologically, it has the cheapest ticket prices of all of the 3, with $3.50, $3, and $2.50. So not sure why that is. Neither here nor there. Doesn't really matter. But there we have it. There's undoubtedly lots more out there from all of Dylan's little tour stops in '63 and '64. Non-tour blanks, just one-off concert posters. I'd love to hear about it if you know of any, a picture or something like that. But because Dylan in '64 was just starting to set the world on fire. Actually, of course, he started before that. '63 he was. But 3 really nice, just, charismatic little concert pieces, advertising posters from Dylan in 1964. So hope you got a kick out of them. Thanks for coming on by, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.